Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Superficial Intelligence. And joining me today is Katie Blunt.
Should I scoot closer?
Yeah,
I feel
come
kind of like-
closer. Get relaxed. It's been a minute since we've been recording, so pardon my technical difficulties.
Oh, no worries. This is great.
We have two blondes here. We figured it out. So, I mean, that's all good. Thanks for coming out and joining me today in Jersey
Thanks.
City. You're coming from the Upper West Side.
I'm actually coming from Gramercy.
Oh,
I moved since
you
last
moved.
were on my show.
Congratulations.
Yeah. pretty
You're
good
in the
times.
hub of it.
In the hub of Gramercy. Yeah, well, there's like a lot of construction around me. I feel like I don't know much of what kind of a hub it is, but it's like a lot of college students too, I guess.
Oh, you're around NYU, and
and
Washington
SBA and- yeah.
Square Park and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty cool spot.
Cool. So what's been going on? How was Halloween? Did you go trick-or-treating with your son?
Yeah, I did. It was really disappointing actually. There were no places to trick or treat in wherever I was. I couldn't really find spots. We went to like some Dwayne Reed's and Banks and stuff
Wait,
like that.
no, they hand out candy at Dwayne Reed. They just like
do.
rip open the $18 bag of Snickers
do.
and they're so over it. They're like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
At least you know there's no razor blades in it.
That's true.
Although now they're lacing candy with fentanyl. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Dr. Phil said maybe.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice if that was the case. I didn't
You would know.
recognize it. But my son did ask a random stranger for candy, and she just gave him like money. So he got some.
She gave him a Nicorette gum that was like in her bag. Like, here you go.
He was so bummed. We went into a real estate office asking for candy, and this guy that like smelled, he was like a cartoon character. He smelled so much like cigarettes, and he had like suspenders and stuff on. And
Oh my God.
he came and gave us $1.
What real estate office? That sounds like a very local. It definitely
know.
wasn't like the Bravo show one.
No, it
or
was like
Corcoran.
underground. It was like we saw like there were stairs leading into a basement and some like I'm assuming it was real estate. It was probably a cover for like a mom.
They were doing human trafficking, so
Yeah.
you're lucky you got out of there alive.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got that out of there alive with $1.
That guy he was an indentured servant. That he's Ukrainian, and he's just selling some apartments for
Yeah.
$18,000. Did I just say that's the same figure I keep spitting out?
Yeah,
That's the quotes I'm getting for wedding stuff now.
it's $18,000.
No, I don't know. I feel like the whole like wedding, I got engaged and thank you. I feel like the whole wedding business is such a racket. That's why I was telling my mom, I was like, the minute you say, I need to do something for my wedding, like they're multiplying by 100, whatever price.
That's
you can't
true.
just get a blowout anymore. It's
Oh, interesting. I mean, can you just tell them that it's for a birthday party, or just lie about? what
I
it's for?
might.
Like it's a birthday party.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, like a. It kind of is a birthday party with
Yeah.
two people, and they're just choosing the time that they are born as one. No.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
That's a lot of pressure. The pressure.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like, you've been married before?
I've been married before.
Did
yep.
you have a big wedding or
I
do
had
the wedding, the
An
whole
absurd
thing?
wedding. I had
Okay.
a huge wedding. I mean, it was like not that many people, but just a lot was involved. But I planned it in 6 weeks because I was pregnant when I.
Oh,
had it. So
okay.
It was like a very urgently arranged wedding, but
Okay.
That's cool.
Well, I gave myself like a 6-month
6 months
timeline
is still
to.
pretty tight. I feel
It
like.
is tight. I've been making good progress though. I got the dress. My mom
good.
wanted me to. She showed me like her wedding dress to my dad, and I was like, what? From 1982? And I'm like, oh. And like I humored her and I tried it on, right? Because she had spent all this money to preserve the dress. It wasn't a very expensive dress, but she had it. She wanted me to try it on. I tried it, like I couldn't zip it up, and I was like, thank God it doesn't fit. And I think she was disappointed too. Like she's like, oh, it doesn't fit. I'm like, you're not going to potty shame me. We're not doing this right now. You know, she got married when she was 22 to my dad, and I'm 38. Like, I don't have the same dimensions I did when I was 22. So I was like, you see if it fits you. Like, it was, thankfully, we got out of it. I found the dress, so that's good. I think it's pretty stressful though, because I'm trying to do it on a budget, and I'm like, I don't want it to look completely white trash. Like,
well, what's the venue so far? What's your
the venue is in my building. So
Oh,
they
cool.
have like a ballroom space upstairs.
Awesome.
And that's another reason why I wanted to plan it so quickly, because I'm like, I don't know how long we're going to be staying here. So let's take advantage of that. So at least that's a good thing that was kind of put together.
That's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
So you're having it here. You
Yeah.
have your dress. I mean, what else is there to figure out? You find a funeral that happens right before, you get the flowers.
Yeah. If somebody was on Facebook Marketplace putting that up, I'm looking on that. I'm looking on that forum like every single day, and that's why things are kind of like mishmashed a bit. I'm like, this doesn't go with that. I keep seeing a lot of these like big gold ceramic plates for the table, and I'm like, this feels a little too Mar-a-Lago for me. Like
Oh,
this
right.
might, I guess that's the trend for this wedding season. It's either that or like the barn rustic look, which is cool. Like you
Yeah,
can
that's
do
cool.
that and it'll look, I don't know, you could just take some twigs and throw it on a table with some greenery, but
Yeah.
because we're doing it in kind of this setting that's interior and it looks like a hotel lobby, I'm not doing any rustic looks. I'm kind of trying to stay traditional.
Well,
so.
that's cool. I mean,
We'll see.
I'm a huge fan of, I don't know if you're going to are you throwing rice? I don't know if you're allowed legally to throw rice in New York because it kills the birds.
They said bird seed is the thing. I don't
Throw bird
see,
seed.
but my biggest concern is out here we had like these lantern flies. Did you see any of those this
No.
season? Okay, they were crazy. They were going up the walls. They look like these drag queen moths, okay, because they look pretty. They have sort of these red costumey
Oh,
paints,
now I know what
and
you're talking about. Yeah, the epidemic of those. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like a
and you
terrible
you had
thing.
to like stomp on them. I'm like, maybe we'll throw the lantern. Maybe we'll
the
give
lantern.
everyone soap to spray on the lantern flies if they're coming back. I don't know. I hope we don't
That could work.
have to deal with that. That's maybe like the ceremony after. You just go out and run around and like stomp on them, or you throw them in the air. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like a mazel tov, and you
Yeah.
stomp on all the lantern flies. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. But like, I don't know. I'm a big fan of bubbles. You could have people
Yeah.
blowing bubbles at you.
Bubbles,
And that way you
bubbles
won't
are
be
cool.
mauled by the birds. I don't know. I'd be scared throwing birdseed. Throwing birdseed at a bride?
Yeah,
don't know
don't throw anything at me unless it's money. Okay, throw money at me. That's all right, because I'm just
Make it
hoping
rain.
to recoup some of the cost.
That would be
like,
amazing, actually. If you
Yeah,
had-
just
if you
throw
had-
dollar bills like I'm a stripper. That would be. I remember going to some weddings in Texas, and like everyone had like different ones, but there was a bride dance. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but they were stapling dollar bills as like a garland around it.
Around the bride?
Yeah, it's definitely not a white person thing. It's-
Oh man.
I think it was like a Southern kind of deal, maybe.
A Southern thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been to many Southern weddings. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
So.
usually with other family members.
Oh, okay.
It's usually not legal in New York. No, I'm just kidding. That's the stereotype. But yeah, so I've been thinking about that and thinking I think that the thing right now where I'm feeling nervous about two things, which is the guest list. I think everyone feels a lot of anxiety about, like, there's people that potentially could be issues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it's so expensive. Every person that you bring is a cost. And so for me, it was tricky because I had to be like kind of selective.
Yeah.
And I actually uninvited somebody because I accidentally included them in one of the invitations, and then I realized I didn't have the budget for them and didn't know
Did you
them all.
tell them?
Yeah,
What did
I had
you
to have
do?
a kind of awkward. It was just like, hey, I'm sorry, I sent that by mistake. You're not actually invited.
I might have to do that just because people are getting out of pocket. Like and I love my friends, I love my family and everything, but some of y'all are stressing me out already.
Yeah.
Very early on, like just some backlash even about getting engaged or anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Backlash. How so? I'm so curious.
I don't know.
Can you not say?
Yeah, I know. They're not going to listen, but like, I think, and it's hard to say because people attach their own stuff. Like whenever someone says something weird, it's probably like something in their own mind or their own insecurity. But
Right.
one of my friends started interrogating me, being like, how long have you known this guy? Like, is your biological clock just blowing up? And
Whoa,
like,
that's kinda
that is
weird.
like wild, right? But,
Yeah.
and it's kind of strange because it's like, well, I haven't really spoken to you in a year, and I've been living with him for like 8 months.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of weird.
why would you?
I'm
This is
sorry.
awkward.
Yeah, that's really tough. That's really tough. I mean, I don't know. Do you know if this friend has their eyes on you? Have you kind of felt like a romantic connection with them?
No, it's
they
a
feel-
woman.
I know, but exactly. That's what I mean. I don't know. That sounds to me like there's some jealousy. I mean, just
So
know
weird.
she'll probably be waiting for you on the other side if anything ever happens. You've got backup plans.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Well, one thing I'm thinking about is, and this is so inappropriate, but of course, because I'm a comedian, I just think about how to maximize any attention that I could be getting. And so I'm like,
That makes
I
sense.
should do 5 minutes in
Yes.
the dress.
Yes. I think that's
yeah,
fair.
that's fun, right? But
Yeah.
then like
You should make all of your vows should be bits.
yeah, like no, that is where it's like that's really sick and inappropriate, right? Because I was thinking about that and my fiance asked me if we wanted to write vows and I was like, no. I was like, first of all, I was so shocked because he's been married before. So I didn't think you'd want to write vows.
Oh, why not? I don't know. I feel like it's so sweet.
It's like, so I think for me, it's easy for me to make jokes about serious stuff, but to get into the meaty, like gritty, emotional things in
Yeah.
front of a lot of people is difficult. And then also I, get all these attachments or insecurities about what are they going to think? What if they're like, what does she mean by that? And what is this about? Why did it, so to me, I started feeling nervous about that. And then I think with the vows thing, like if you don't get specific enough, then it just sounds like fake and corny.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's something There's something kind of sweet about writing vows. I didn't write my vows because I had 6 weeks to plan a wedding, and honestly, it was like, I'm marrying you because there's a baby in me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird thing to tell somebody.
What if you're like, hey, the vow is like, hey, we're doing this because we have to.
Yeah.
At least he did do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I think a lot of men wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did marry me for like a little bit, and that was better than nothing, I guess. But he still left. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the vow stuff. I feel like you can make it sweet. I also feel like I've been to weddings where sometimes like the thing that goes horribly wrong winds up being like the really funny thing that I remember. Like I went to this one wedding in Detroit, and this girl, when the woman was walking down the aisle, they played that song by Sufjan Stevens. That's like, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. And that was what she like walked to. Was that part of the song. But so I feel like sometimes that stuff can be
Someone
fun.
made mistakes in selecting that song.
I've heard that it can also be pretty stressful, like the planning of a wedding. I mean, mine was so quick, I didn't have this experience, but I've definitely heard of couples almost breaking up over the act of planning it. I don't know if it's been a source of conflict at all, just the decisions.
I've made all the calls on
That's how you gotta do
everything,
it. That's how you have to do it.
and like I asked my fiance, I was like, "Do you care if I do this?" And he's like, "It's your show. Like literally, it's all about you."
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm like, okay. Well, I think one thing he wanted to do is do bagpipes.
Oh, cool.
So I told my mom that today, and she was like, that's so cool. Like, imagine if your wedding march was to that. And we actually found someone that could do it.
Oh, well, that's cool.
It was a little difficult to kind of ask around and get someone that would be able to provide it.
Yeah, that would be tricky. I mean,
I
feel
wonder
like-
if they can do Hava Nagila.
I'm sure.
Like,
That would be amazing.
That
with the
would be so
bagpipes.
freaking cool.
That would be great. I feel like you.
You gotta call him. I gotta like let him know because he doesn't know like too much stuff about Judaism. But I was like, contact the bagpipers and see what they say. Also include that. So
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, that's great. I feel like it sounds like you've got it pretty well set up.
I have enough time to kind of figure out the rest of it. My mission this week is the cake.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun mission.
No, it's freaking not. Again, it's like 2 round cakes stacked on top of each other, and once it becomes
wedding
wedding,
cake,
it's $200.
It is. It's very expensive, but they're so pretty. You can get such cool cakes.
I know 200 is not that bad actually, but
I'd be surprised.
I'm still looking around to see what can be done to make it look nice. So
Yeah. How many people will be at the wedding?
I think I'm inviting like 90 something.
90
and
something
I
people.
think-
Oh, wow.
I think probably 60 or 70 would come.
Wow. So I'd be surprised if you found a cake that was less than 700.
No,
getting
no,
90
because you
people.
just need like a prop cake and then
Uh-huh.
sheet cake
Oh, I see. I
or
see.
something like that. So we'll get desserts or whatever. This
Oh, there
is
you
more
go.
like something
That's
to
cool.
look at. So,
So you
yeah.
can find something that's like not for the whole crowd.
Yeah, and
That's
I
good.
have like a groom's cake that I want to do. My mom wants me to do because we're both from Texas, like the armadillo groom's cake from Steel Magnolias.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but it looks cool. It looks cool, but fine.
That's
I think
cool.
I found like an independent baker that could do that. So
Cool.
yeah,
You seem very resourceful. It sounds like you've really found things that'll work.
I think so. I think it's going to be okay once I start furthering the plans. I kind of have some ideas.
What's the date again? It's
March 25th.
March 25th. So is that a Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so like you should do like a show at Caroline's like the Friday before, or right, or like the night
And
of.
just have
I feel like
people
you'll have so many
come.
people.
Oh my God,
You might if
yeah.
it's 90 people come, they got to come to your show. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be the after party. That's what I would do. You could do like a. You could do an after party. You could do a before party at like a strip club where you make some extra money. The father-daughter dance would be a little awkward, but still.
You know, like some of the dresses that are out there are crazy. Like, I don't know if you've seen, like some of these dresses are very revealing. I'm not into the whole like nude mesh body with like lace applique just like placed on your nipples and your hoo-ha. Like, I'm not gonna wear this, have my father give me away wearing like a pasties on in front of my entire family. Like feels really inappropriate. I'm not a tease. Like, I don't know. So yeah. I did think like afterward it would be funny to film something or do a comedy show in your wedding dress.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you've spent all that money for it. Like
Yeah.
that, just doing it in the dress is hilarious. And then if you had like a whole bunch of jokes about getting married and planning the wedding,
Yeah.
and the whole experience. So it's
would be
cool.
fun.
It's cool. It's a milestone in life, and you know, you're a mom,
It is.
so that's next.
That's the next thing. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, if you do it like me, you'll have the kid 3 months later, and it's just like everything comes at once, which is, you know, well, it didn't really work out for the marriage so much, but it is pretty fun, I think, being a mom. I like it. I know it's not like, I feel like that's not a popular opinion. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, what I see on stage and stuff, everybody's like, doesn't like their children, but I like my son. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's wholesome and nice to hear. And you're a good mom. You're there.
Thanks. I mean, you know, to a certain extent, I'm there. I feel like it is tricky. Doing the comedy with a kid is tough, I think. I'm trying to find more ways to incorporate my son and allow him to be like in the room with me while I'm doing shows and stuff like that. But it is a little tricky. There's a lot of there's just like a lot of time that you have to spend in clubs or like working on the writing and stuff that can kind of detract from the time you're spending with the child. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably easier when they're really young, when it's like a baby.
They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You could like wear them in this
Wear them for
baby
the show.
carrier.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm a prop comic now.
I feel like you could. It would be a really cool way to incorporate. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've seen that. I've seen that in parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People will wear their babies and do jokes.
Yeah, I haven't like gotten there to thinking of, I think when I start thinking about all the stuff in the future, I become overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
I think I just need to like even focus on what I'm doing now. Even now, like I don't want to run around town and I have freedom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's the one thing that kids in comedy go really well with is material. They are an endless supply of material, and so that's good, I think.
Yeah. I mean, sounds good. Sounds like you get a lot there.
Yeah. Well, also, like, my son is what inspired me to go into comedy.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading him a bedtime story, and he laughed so hard that he threw up one time. And I was like, this would be amazing. If I could get, like, a whole theater to vomit simultaneously,
yeah.
that would be so awesome. So, yeah, I mean, he doesn't always like my sense of humor. The other day, I asked him if he wanted me to play cards with him, and he was like, Mommy, please. Don't be funny. And I could see like it looked like he was going to start crying. So
When you were playing cards?
when I was playing Cars, like I just was going to play with him. He just like did not want me to tell any jokes, but you know.
Oh, well, I mean, at least like I thought you were saying you're going to play cards and like kick his ass. Like I feel like that's what my parents would do is like just annihilate me in any board game and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah,
Do you
I mean-
cook for your son?
No, I don't cook at all for either of us. But that's also because we just have a terrible oven and stuff. No, I just don't cook. I don't really like it. I mean, we have a lot of peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and we order in a lot. We order pizza or Chinese food, and it's a lot of that. I mean, I only have like a mini fridge in our apartment, so
Oh, yeah, New York living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's tight. But I like it. I mean, we make popcorn. I feel like that kind of counts as cooking.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, because I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the struggle meals that I had growing up. So I was curious if you had,
The struggle meals.
yeah, like what are like did you have any meals that your family would make for you when you were a child that
Yeah.
you had to eat and you were like, this was the worst thing and I hated it?
Any form of soup I didn't like, but they didn't usually make that for me. It was
It came out of can?
I don't know where it came from, but anytime that there was soup on the table, I was like disgusted. I still don't really like soup. I don't understand it as a concept. It's
Yeah.
not really a food. It's not really a beverage. It's like, it's runny. The vegetables are mush. Like, I still don't really like it, but
Do you like smoothies?
I do.
See, I feel like smoothies
Smoothies and soup are
are
the same
soup.
thing. No
It's
way.
like liquid,
Have
but
like a
it's
half
sugar.
Have a half-cooked carrot in your smoothie and tell me if that's what you still feel.
Yeah, the roasted vegetables that are mushy is
Yeah.
like not a good thing.
What were your struggle meals as a kid?
So my mom made this thing. It was called pasta and peas. It was just noodles that she boiled and then put the country crock butter in with some garlic salt. Everything had garlic
Oh.
salt.
Yeah,
it was
everything
the
did have
only
garlic salt.
seasoning that we used. And she would put that into the noodles and then frozen peas.
Oh.
And then that was, and my friend would come
wow.
over and she's like, I love that. And I was like, no, hate it. And then they always did this thing where they made Cornish game hen in the microwave.
Wow. That sounds like a combination of fancy and not fancy.
It was so bad.
A Cornish game hen in the microwave.
It was so bad.
That's funny.
I didn't, yeah, don't. Oh, God.
We had a lot of
I'm
mac and
tasting
cheese.
it right now. So deep in the back recesses of my mind. Okay, so this week, a lot of stuff going on in the news. What is your
yeah.
feeling about the Twitter takeover?
The Twitter take. Oh my God, I don't even know. I'm sorry, I'm out of touch. What happened?
Elon Musk finally bought Twitter.
Oh, yeah, and he fired a bunch of people.
He
right?
fired a bunch of people, and I think that this was the funniest thing. Like Amber Heard's account allegedly got disabled. I'm
Really?
like, okay,
Whoa.
Elon's petty. Like, can you imagine if your ex like
That's crazy.
banned you from Twitter?
Bought the company and then took you out.
Yeah,
That's
just
crazy.
like disabled your Instagram or your Twitter. But like it could have been a bot account, a bot like meaning some people in China were running it or it
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
real. So
Yeah.
I think that part of it is he's trying to take down all the fake accounts. And then he said, he was like, now we're going to eliminate all the blue check marks in the verification process. And
What?
we're going to make check marks are real, but they're available to everyone. Like you don't have to go through like an extreme vetting process. Everyone can get vetted and you pay like $8 for a check mark a month.
Oh, well, I don't know.
By that point, like now it takes the prestige away, right?
Oh.
Like right now, I feel like I would reach out into those DMs and at Elon Musk and be like, give me the check mark now before everyone gets it. I tried to get verified on Instagram. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know what their process is because that's a whole nother
Yeah.
billionaire. That's Zuckerberg.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can see why that would be. I mean, there's a part of it that seems kind of cool, the idea of everybody having access to the blue check mark. But I get what you mean about like then it's not special because everybody has it.
Yeah, I think maybe if they do like, you know how there's the American Express and then there's the Black Amex.
Oh, yeah, there could be like a fancy check mark.
Yeah. Well, he's going to make like tags for politicians. I think the whole source of that really is because he lost a lot of advertisers. A lot of people pulled out from advertising on Twitter, like GM.
Really?
Of course, GM is not going to advertise because they're in competition with Tesla. So why would they want to support Elon or be on there? But a lot of people are like, oh my God, you know, he's on there. He put Kanye back on Twitter, which they had taken Kanye down in the last 2 weeks when he was going on the anti-Semitic rants.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
He put him back up, and I guess the N-word is trending right now on Twitter.
What?
Yes, because people are
What?
going wild with just saying whatever they want and not getting locked out of their accounts, which is the idea is like he wants to get rid of all that censorship. Well, if you're going to allow people not to be censored, if someone's talking out or saying something that's anti-vax or whatever else that they were saying, is disinformation or is harmful, they also have to allow everything.
Oh,
You
man.
have to allow hate speech. You have to allow everything on those platforms. So
Crazy. I've heard that like there's like a whole nother side of it where the people that are filtering that kind of material are like having terrible PTSD. Have you heard of this? They're like basically forced. They have like these jobs that are outsourced usually in like foreign countries where they're forced to watch like 12 hours a day of just like the most heinous things that are being posted to like Facebook or Instagram so that they can like vet it to turn it off. But they have to
Wow.
watch for like, 15 seconds or 60 seconds. And there are people that have, like, I was reading some article about it. This is like super trigger warning. Like, I don't know if you, but just
But
things,
you better get very graphic now after you tease the whole audience. I mean, the heads need to. Okay, I want
so
somebody.
one guy was horrified because he watched people cut faces off of another people and eat them.
Where was that happening though?
They don't say where it was happening. They just say that he couldn't sleep after watching that, and that was just like one section of what they were watching. People have to watch child pornography. People have to watch like violence with animals. Like they're really. But he said the thing that was the scariest was the way they laughed as they did it. But it's like the stuff that people are posting on the
Yeah.
internet that it has to be filtered by something. They haven't figured out a way for
AI.
to do it. So you basically get these people that are getting paid like nothing to be forced to subject themselves to like the most horrifying images. It's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
you wonder like what develops from that. Do you ever develop like an addiction to seeing stuff like that? If that's your job and you're watching it all the time?
There's definitely
Yeah.
people that become desensitized to it, or just that just from porn.
Yeah.
Just from what people become, I guess,
to.
like
Yeah.
used to, like what it's going to take now for someone to get there in porn.
Yeah.
You just have to keep escalating it. My dad was telling me like this crazy statistic.
I wasn't expecting you to bring up your
Yeah,
dad there,
but
yeah,
he
that's-
was like, he was talking about my younger brothers, and he was like, yeah, there's like a statistic now that the average 8-year-old has seen more naked women than the king
Oh my gosh.
of France.
Then the king of France?
Yes.
Who is the king of France? Is there
I'm
really a
saying
French
like
king?
back in the day, back in the day.
Wait, the French don't have a king anymore, right? That like
No,
that went away in like
no,
this,
no.
the
I'm
late
saying like back,
1700s.
whatever.
No.
He's seen more naked women than Henry VIII.
I've heard that it is a problem. Actually, like 26% of men under 40 have some form of erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, from porn.
Yeah.
You have to kind of be like, look.
There's
Don't jerk off.
Yeah, you have
when
to
I'm
kind
not
of
here.
weigh it out.
When I'm not here, I'm gonna put child locks on the devices.
To make sure that
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard because it's like, you know, when you think about dating, I mean, I date and I date a range of ages, and it's like if I date a younger man, they're usually more informed about feminism, but they can't get hard.
Younger guys?
Younger guys, they have like, there's some real struggles out there, you know? It's like, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Are you sure it's not the antidepressants?
It could be the antidepressant. It could also just be me.
See, this is how
Yeah, I
you
don't
like
know.
you make it all about you. It's probably not.
No,
I'm sure
I
it has
don't-
nothing to
I
do
don't
with
actually
you.
take it that personally. I feel like I do think it's like I can literally tell based on how long it takes a man how much porn he's watching, because I feel like men that don't watch a lot of porn, they like finish faster. It's like a
Yeah.
thing. I feel like this is too revealing, and I feel embarrassed that I'm sharing this. I think it's true.
But yeah, no, it does, because also sometimes like you ever been with someone and you're like, did you masturbate today?
Yeah, like what is going on?
I've done everything.
It takes too long. I feel like I don't understand. I feel like sometimes it just takes way too long, and there's like I don't know why there's like this messaging that's put out to society that like women want it to take forever. It's like no, I don't-
Right,
I don't
I
want
know,
that.
I know.
I mean, it's I feel like women. It's just like we have like special buttons, and it's just like people have to understand how to work that. It's not what you. I also feel like it's like very mysterious. Like women, I feel like we have like our whole bodies are different places. It's like, you know, like if you touch somebody like in their inner elbow in the right way, it can do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain. But I don't know. I've had men tell me that men are the same. I don't think that's true, but I don't know. Maybe
They're more simple, but I think like
straightforward.
I do think that the porn is making it more difficult. I definitely feel that like, oh, now everything's got to be like way more tricky.
It's so complicated.
Yeah,
They're like, and they all have crazy names. It's like, can you do this Superwoman move? I don't know what it is, but like there are different things that people expect you to do that I don't have the
And then, like,
flexibility for.
do you ever like get like hear that and you're like, wait a minute, I gotta call my girlfriend. Are we doing this? Are you doing that now? Like I've had like when I was dating, like the people are talking about in their stand up. I'm like, wait a minute, is this on the menu for everyone?
Yeah, I think it's regional too. I think it depends on where you live. There are like different expectations.
It's like economic too.
Yeah. There's like a class thing. I feel like people in the 1% definitely eat more ass than people in like middle. I don't know.
Do they?
I think so. I don't know. That's my guess. That's my theory. Maybe it's not true. I just feel like
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I don't know what people are like in all the different regions of the world. I just know that when I'm in LA, I can't do my sex stuff as much as I can in New York because people are like too desensitized to it, I feel like.
Really, because of the porn industry?
Maybe the porn industry, yeah. I've definitely had like,
Every struggling actor there has made a porno.
yeah, I'm surprised I haven't made a porno yet. I mean, if anybody's hired, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. I feel like I would do like the weirdest porno ever. It would all just be full of jokes. It would just be like, I feel like the actual sex part would be just blurry, and it would just be like an excuse for me to like get people to sign up to hear me tell jokes.
You're like, this is a family-friendly porno.
I feel like actually what would be really fun would be to be just like me across from a guy telling him jokes and watching him get soft from me from laughing at them or something like that.
Like it's just you and a guy, and you're like laughing at your own jokes.
And it's just me laughing at my own jokes
Yeah.
and him being annoyed. That would be more. That's too real life. That's too realistic. It's just like me on a date.
Do guys get intimidated when they know that you're a stand-up?
No, they don't. It's like I only attract weirdos, I think, at this point. It's like,
It's New York, so
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, where are you looking?
I'm not really looking. I don't know. I feel like it's very hard to find time for everything. I think
Yeah.
between raising a kid and my own job and then the comedy stuff, it's really hard to find time to date. I basically have, like tonight, I don't know when this goes up. Tonight I have time if anybody wants to hang out. I feel like I always wait till the last minute, but it's basically I have like two nights a month when my son's with his dad. And
Okay.
that's like
Only two?
only two.
Is he in New York?
He lives in Rochester, New York. So
Okay.
he's like 400 miles away. So he'll
Oh,
drive
it's
down.
far, yeah.
And I'll get one night, 2 nights a month. And so tonight is my free night, but I have a feeling I'm going to spend it doing an open mic. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. But I mean,
Which
I
one?
don't know. Probably Eastville,
Okay.
11:30.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, dating is kind of a crazy thing. I don't do it often. And then I feel like there sometimes have been like little like flirty things with other male comedians, but they're barely people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's never gonna work. It's like
Don't.
yeah, it's not. But I mean, it's just tough because those are the
That's
people that I
the
see.
social people. I
Yeah.
know. I understand.
I mean, I'm 38 too, and I feel like
Yeah.
all the men I meet are 10 years younger than me. So you kind of like, I feel like I developed like a weird association where I just like, I assume that's like the age, the 26 to 28-year-old range seems to be what I pick up.
Really? I mean,
yeah.
I was meeting people that were like older, like kind of in my age range, older 30s or like 40s, like early 40s. My fiance's in his 40s, so he's not like
That sounds
it's
healthy.
appropriate. I was talking to another girlfriend of mine, and I was like, damn, dude, I remember when I used to date like someone that was like 15 years older than me, and I'm like, how, like knowing that I'm the age of the person and
Yeah.
then me thinking about dating someone in their 20s, like I would
Yeah.
never want to go out with somebody in their 20s. I'd be like,
I don't know.
how did they, I mean, men are different, but like, how did they, I would never,
I don't know. I'd be open to it. I feel like I don't know. I think I'd be open to it. I feel like there is something fun about younger men. Older men sometimes they just have like a little bit of a more a different perspective when it comes to women. I feel like it's hard to find guys that are really good listeners that are older. And then I feel like there are a lot of guys that are in that age range who are probably looking for someone much younger than me. So sometimes I feel like I get
yeah.
that vibe a little bit.
Well, then you have to go up to like 50s
I don't know.
or 60.
60.
I feel like my aunt was like, "Oh, you can date someone that's like her contemporary." I'm like, "Dude,
I don't know.
I am about to hit my sexual prime. I am not dating somebody in their 70s. What is wrong with you?"
Well, the other thing, okay. So I once dated a guy who was 21 years older than me, and I really hope he doesn't watch this. But I remember like so.
He might.
So the lips.
He might be like, you got away.
No, I don't know. I think he's probably dating a 20-year-old right now. But like the thing that's tricky about dating much older men is their lips like are like old. Sorry, but it is like such a weird sensation when you're like this is like tissue paper.
You're like the collagen.
You're like kissing like wrinkled old lips, you know? I don't know.
Girl,
I've never
but like
gone
that
beyond
was a while ago. So now you're talking
Now my
about
lips are
someone.
wrinkled?
Yeah, now you're talking about someone that's our age.
No. This was not that long ago.
Oh, okay.
He was in his, I think, 50. He was on like Lipitor. I mean, like.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel badly. He was.
That we're making fun of it. We're like, he's on Lipitor hat. Like,
I know,
like we're
I'm
not
sorry.
gonna all be on that shit.
We're all
too.
gonna be on Lipitor. I mean, my ex-husband
Metformin.
my ex-husband had a heart attack recently, and that kind of like brought my age into into the light. But yeah, that's young. I feel like to be 41 and have a heart attack is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to be on all the different kinds of medications and stuff like that. But still,
I hope not.
I probably won't be trying to date a 30-year-old when I'm in my 50s. I don't know. But maybe I will. Maybe I will, and I'll just subject him to my dried out lips.
Speaking of which, Cher is dating Amber Rose's ex-boyfriend, fiance, or ex-man, and like they're 40 years age difference. The
Oh.
guy's in his 30s, Cher's in her 70s. Now, Cher's had a lot of work.
Cher probably does not have wrinkly old lips. I feel like she's got...
Well, they're blown up, but she's got collagen. She's pulled.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's an icon. She's a legend. But
I feel
Madonna,
like good for her.
dude, Madonna doesn't even look like Madonna anymore. Have you seen
Yeah.
Madonna?
I haven't seen her recently. I feel like every time that I see her, though, I don't understand what she's morphed into. She's more of an idea than a person at this point. I feel like, right? Like I feel like
it's very sad because for me,
Entity.
every time like Madonna reinvented herself throughout my lifetime, I felt like it was with a purpose. And I was like, she's such a genius. But now I'm like, was that just the labels or the managers like coming up with the whole like map for everything? Because now everything seems to just be so random and desperate that I'm like, where is we need a new reinvention that really is well merchandised and has a point of view. Like
Right.
this just seems like you're like, oh, I'm gay now. Did anyone respond to that? No. Okay. Now, like the next thing she's gonna be, I'm non-binary. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
it just feels like throwing out feelers
I don't know.
to jump into the conversation. And I love Madonna. I think she's talented. I like a big fan, but I'm like, can somebody, or if it was her, like take a breather. Take a breather. Like we love that was 20 years ago, the confessions on the dance floor.
Yeah.
We love the whole Frozen Kabbalah theme. It's time for a new theme, but we can't go back to, private. What was the book? The sex book. We can't go back to the sex book era.
I feel like I
So-
would read a sex book by Madonna right now, though. I feel like, geez, I mean, I'm sure she
Not
has
the
more
one with
tales
the
to tell.
pictures.
I feel like it would be like something written by, did you ever see Beowulf, like Grendel's mother? It'd be like this demon succubus that like finds young men and like offers them power. I feel like that's what
That's Madonna. If you're listening, this is the reinvention. This
Yes.
is it.
Yes.
Just go in this direction. We're trying to fill in the points. We're trying to make sense of what's happening. This seems like a natural progression based on everything that you've done before.
Yes, I think that's what I
Update
want to
the
see.
new sex book for this era, okay? And just go from that point. Be a witch, sex whore.
Witch is sex whore. It's like, I feel like I could see Madonna like on top of a man, and then you look at the man, you see like some tentacles around his face, and then she's like, give me a child. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what
It's like, no,
Can she have
doesn't.
children
She
now?
doesn't even. No,
She's definitely
like
got some frozen eggs
63.
somewhere.
She's 60. I don't know. Maybe
she's
got a lot of
Madonna. I
money.
feel like she could have an immaculate conception. That would be, that's the next thing
That's
too.
the next one
The
too.
real immaculate
After
conception.
the real immaculate, could, like just put the baby in. I think she had an NFT
Oh, I saw that. I watched
where
the NFT.
where she was giving birth.
It
was
is that Madonna
it's
giving birth?
Beeple. It was a Beeple, right?
It's like a woman giving birth, but she has no pubic hair. And I don't know, anyone who's given birth probably know, like, it's just, you give up at a certain point and you just let it get really 70s. Like, I just can't imagine giving birth with like a fresh Brazilian, but that's what was in the video. And then there's like a bunch of butterflies. That
Here's
fly
the
around.
question. why would you bother waxing and doing all that when you're just going to drop a log on the birthing table anyway? Like, you're just going to shit yourself multiple times. Like, what's the
This is
point?
true.
What's the point in being so manicured
Yeah.
so that then you can poop in front of everyone?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I think I'd say for all the women out there who are looking to have a baby, just know you don't have to care for yourself anymore. I feel like you don't need to primp or do any of the stuff. There's like, you get at least, I think, a year afterwards too, where you get to not worry about that stuff.
I mean, I guess I would do the waxing thing just because I don't even know if you'd be able to like look or reach on yourself anymore at a certain point.
Look or reach.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
at your-
because your belly.
Yeah, well, you're not even allowed to like lie on your back with the vagus nerve thing. So it's like you'd have to get waxed somehow. Like they'd have to have some kind of special pregnancy wax for you.
Oh my
Like
God.
standing up or something. I'm sure you could lean over on your side.
I'm gonna get a wand, like just
A
like a
wand?
vacuum
Trimmer. There you
the
go.
manscaper.
Yeah, get a manscaper. That works. I mean, I don't know.
The
It's-
baby comes out with like a center mohawk, just to strip down this crown of its head. Yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. I mean,
Madonna, we figured it out for you.
I know. I'm excited. I really would watch that if we had like a Madonna Beowulf reimagined thing.
I feel like what are they the sleep demons?
Sleep
The
demons. Succubus?
no, like the demons or whatever. People have sleep
Oh, yeah.
paralysis demons. She's
Sleep
like a
paralysis
sleep
demon?
paralysis demon.
Yeah, she she is. Oh, I feel kind of mean.
Yeah,
I feel kind of
that's-
badly for Madonna, but
I do too. But
I mean, she's like, she is a little bit of a hero of mine. I feel like I've looked up to her for a long time, and
I love her. But that's why it pains me to see these things. It
Yeah.
pains me to see Britney Spears showing her butt crack.
oh yeah. Well, what do we have to look forward to? I mean, I think as we get older as women, like who are the people that are like the people to look up to? Because I feel like Beyonce. Yeah,
She's our contemporary, though.
she is. I mean, she's also. I feel like I can't. It's so. It's a hard path to follow. I feel like guys have people like guys can love like Jerry Seinfeld and like you can't like you don't have to be anything like to try to be like Beyonce is I think an impossible goal for me.
Seinfeld's hard.
Seinfeld's a hard person to follow.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's just like a guy, though. He's just like a typical guy. Beyonce is like an otherworldly entity, like so beautiful, so capable. She sings, she dances, she can act, she can do all the things.
So you're saying the expectations for women are so much higher.
I think so.
What about Meryl Streep?
Oh, Meryl Streep. Yeah, I feel like okay, that's something I could look at and think. Well, I don't know if I would say maybe one day, but like, but I mean, she is like she lives off her talent, you know.
Okay, so this was one thing that irked me this week. There was Gwyneth Paltrow was out there talking about don't try to be famous to be, doing something. If you're trying to be famous, it should be like an all dying passion, and that's why you pursue it. And it made me angry because Gwyneth Paltrow's family, literally her mother was an actress. I think her father is like a producer or something. I'm like, but it was easy for you.
Yeah.
You had like such a leg up in an intro
Yeah.
besides having good genes.
Well, I don't really look up to Gwyneth Paltrow at all. I don't know. Do you,
Nobody's going to help us, by the way.
I
in
feel
our
like
careers.
I'm destroying all of my connections. No, okay. Here's something, I have some beef with Gwyneth Paltrow, all right? So when I was a kid, I grew up and we had these like family friends, and one of the members of that family dated the lead singer guy from Coldplay. Like she dated him.
Chris Martin?
Yeah, and he wrote a song about her called Green Eyes. You know that song?
No.
Green eyes, you're the one that I wanted to find. You know, no?
It was a hit?
It was a huge hit.
Okay.
He wrote this, like-
I wasn't a big Coldplay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Anyway,
it was a
mostly-
huge song.
okay.
And so she went to a concert of his, and the crowd was chanting for him to sing Green Eyes, and he was like, that song doesn't mean the same thing it used to. In front of her, like she was in the, so it's like so sad. So I don't know, there's a part of me that he dumped her for Gwyneth Paltrow, so I think there's like a part of me that still holds on to that, even though I wasn't that close to that girl.
Yeah. But that's not
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. I thought you were about to be like, Gwyneth Paltrow told him that she would castrate him if he ever sang that song again,
Oh, no.
which we don't know if that happened or not.
I don't get
think
the
so.
feeling that
I
that's
thought
her
it was
vibe.
going to be goop related.
Oh, no, I mean.
Like you burned your
I kinda-
vagina steaming
I
it.
I liked the vagina candle a lot, actually. I thought that was a great idea. I don't know about I think she got in trouble because she had a lot of things that she said did things they didn't do. Like there's the vagina
The
thing.
products, yeah.
Yeah, there was something where it's like you put this egg in your vagina and it'll make
Yeah.
your vagina stronger, and then a lot of people got infections or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's true. That's probably a lie. This is disinformation.
Well, don't worry. It can be on Twitter now because every disinformation, anything can be on there because it's free speech.
Yeah.
Did you know, like, we did our time?
Oh.
We like did. Is there anything going on that you want to promote?
Well, I didn't know we did our time. Has it already been an hour? Holy cow.
Yeah.
So really quickly, I just shot a film. I shot a season called Barely Dating.
Oh, cool.
It's 2 minutes long in its entirety. So we're releasing like 15-second episodes of me dating a bear. And
On TikTok?
On Instagram, maybe TikTok, maybe YouTube. We'll try to put it up on a bunch of different things. But
Oh,
yeah,
cool,
it's Barely
cool.
Dating. That would be cool. And then I have like
So
yeah.
it's just going to be Barely Dating. And how are you going to spell it?
It's spelled like bear, like
Okay,
B-E-A-R. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Barely Dating. Check it out.
Nice.
And, yeah. And of course, and I always am grateful to see you. Thank you so much for having me on. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
coming on, and thank you all for listening. Please like and subscribe, comment, but don't tag anyone that we just. I don't know. Tag Madonna. I don't
Tag
know.
Madonna. I think she needs to see
I
this.
feel
I
like
would
this is a
collaborate with her.
good plan for Madonna. But anyway. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.